Hi guys, I'm Jerusha and you're watching Jerusha Couture TV. If you watched my last video, you saw that I did some shopping at Westfield Bondi Junction, and this is the haul from that video. If you follow me on Instagram, I said that I was going to do that vlog, put it live, and then do the haul and put it live. So this is it. I have propped the bags up here. We have two to show you. So it is a collective haul. My first ever pair of Christian Louboutin shoes. I am not French, so please pardon my pronunciation. But my first ever pair of Chrissy Loos. And I am very excited to show you what I got. Bear with me because this is the space I've got to work with. We will start with Vitton. Here is the shopping bag. It's absolutely ginormous, and I had taken another item in to be repaired. So I walked out with two of these huge bags. So a lot of people on Instagram thought I purchased two things, but in fact I was just getting something repaired actually in the boutique. They didn't have to send it away, so that's why there was two bags. So here is our shopping bag. Here is our proof of purchase in the card, and there it is. So that's it there. Okay, let's pull this box out. Yes, honey, yes. She gave me a nice big collapsible box. I like these because they're stored, usually the bag can be stored stuffed inside of it. I guess you can request that if you like. And it just keeps its shape a bit better. So there it is. And, ooh, how exciting. If you have followed my channel, which I said in the vlog, you may know what this bag is. But, so here we are. Here is the dust bag that the bag came in. And which one did I choose? Yes! I happily decided on the Metis HoBo bag in monogram canvas. If you've followed my sort of little, I called it a saga at one stage, a saga with the Metis line. I did purchase the Pochette Metis, which was an absolute hit. It has been a hit in our community. Everybody, if not very close to everybody, has looked into it and or purchased the Pochette Metis, which I did do many different kind of videos based on it, and my biggest video on it was F the Pochette Metis, which was a description of the models of the Pochette Metis, which is simply just a pochette crossbody and small top handle version of this bag as the front pocket. My issue with the one that I ended up having was that it ended up being too stiff. It was the original model, so you would know that if you had followed my story. This bag is the big HoBo version of it, which actually I had described it's not that big. Well, it may be to some people, but to me, being my height, it's not that big on me. It is longer than it is wider, but I just feel the tall shape of it works with my frame. And the absolute smooshy softness of this canvas is just, I love it. I love it so much. I don't know why. A lot of people, especially on forums, purse forums and things like that, have said that the softer canvas seems cheaper. I don't know why I love it so much. It's just very pliable and soft, and it just feels really beautiful. So this is what I happily decided on, and beautiful Josephine and Serena said if I wasn't happy and I was, you know, still thinking about it, I can of course come back and exchange this and keep going until I was happy, which is just really nice to know. I'm sure a lot of people are like, another monogram bag, but this is what I do best. It is well wearing for my lifestyle. I love patina, so it's not a problem for me. And I don't have a bag this shape in my collection, so I don't feel I'm repeating myself. and I just think it's a different style for me. It does come with a longer shoulder strap, so you have these two strap options, which a lot of people love. They love that it has the all canvas strap there, can be worn on your shoulder, long, and I guess if you're more petite, maybe crossbody. On me, it will not go crossbody. But I do have my Speedy bandolier strap if I did want to try that, or my Keep All strap, but doesn't really bother me. And you have the option of just the vachette handle there on top, which will patina nicely and is so comfortable. Compared to the artsy, if you're considering an artsy, this strap is just, it just completely molds to your shoulder. I know a lot of people told me the biggest con about this bag is a dark interior to find your items. You have a big zipper pocket on the back wall here and two small flat pockets on the other wall, and then it's just a big deep pocket down inside. And a lot of feedback I got on Instagram posts was that it's hard to find your items, or they can get lost down inside, sort of like a big bucket. I had already sort of solved that idea that one of the Celine, I think Celine bag organizers from Small Girl will actually fit in here, fit in the bottom, and I can get that in a light beige, and that way I can find my items easily because it will be light. I don't mind that at all. So I had already thought that through before I went in and tried it on. So of course it has the pocket on the front, which is, as I have said, a small version of the pochette Metis. It's got the S-lock closure there with Louis Vuitton and the LV logo stamped on it. It is just an S-lock, so you push it in and it pops up. And the pocket is big enough actually in here to hold a full-size wallet. And the Made in stamp is down inside here as well. And mine says Louis Vuitton Paris, made in France, stamped on the Vachette tab there. And it has 4 feet on the bottom, and it has the reinforced like plate with the cross stitching as well. So there's really beautiful details on this bag. Yes, it's in the higher price bracket. I will link it below to louisvuitton.com. But as I said, I had an exchange and I had sold my pochette Metis, so I was always going to have the money kept in Louis Vuitton because that's where it was originally. That's, I guess, just how I shop and trade out my bags. The hardware is just really, really beautiful. Super, super shiny, golden hardware. You've got the 2 clasps there because both straps come off, so on both sides. And the rings that it attached to is just beautiful. And the shoulder strap has all of the gold hardware there on it, and the buckles, which are engraved, and 5 holes. But yes, this is my Metis HoBo. We will get used to it. I will see how it feels, and yeah, I will definitely review this after use and let you know. Okay, so that was the first purchase from that shopping trip, and if you watched that vlog of mine, which I will link below, you would have seen that Serena wasn't ready for me yet. My appointment was a little bit later with her, so I went downstairs to the David Jones inside the Westfield, and I went up to the, what would you call it? I think it's like called a Christian Louboutin suite, or like it's like an internal shop inside the David Jones there. And I just went up to the lovely, lovely lady. Her name was Hannah. If you are looking for a pair of lubes, she is so knowledgeable and so great to deal with. And she must have just thought, who is this crazy girl? Because I said I don't know anything about lubes. I have looked them up, but it's very confusing because they are handmade and crafted. You know, each style, the size changes. Am I right? And she's like, yes. And I was like, and then if your foot is a bigger size, the heel is higher. She's like, yes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So give me the tour type of thing. And she was really, really good. I did end up picking one of the pairs that I showed in that vlog. Again, these are able to be exchanged and or completely returned if I'm not sure. So that's good to know, especially with shoes and especially with Chrissy Lou's, because they are notorious for being uncomfortable, and we all know Jerusha is not good with really high uncomfortable heels. This is the brown bag with Christian Louboutin on the front. She tied it up with a really cute ribbon actually, and it's got black shoes with the red sole. I thought that was a really sweet ribbon to collect. So, ribbon off, let's go ahead and show you inside. So, it's a brown bag with red interior. I think that is so great. The marketing and packaging and strategy of this brand is just fantastic. They really know how to get, you know, hit their market well. Here is the brown shoebox that all Louboutins come in. This brown shoebox there. And I'll give you all the details of the shoes in a second, but let's get them out. So here we go. So it looks like so. It's got the David Jones proof of purchase, and it's got the Christian Louboutin proof of purchase. It's got the terms and conditions of sale card there on top. And the red first ever. That's so cute. So little heel replacements in this dust bag. You get one dust bag if they're classics. I think if they're more rare or delicate shoes, you get two. Then, which ones did I choose from that vlog? If you watched, ta-da! So, I went with some comfort, shall we say, probably over the choice that I originally sort of thought of. I thought of classics, and when you think of classics, I guess you think of Pigalle, but I went for the décolletage, which were a lot more sort of ladylike. They have a wider, a more closed in toe, so it doesn't drop as wide, so there's not a lot of toe cleavage, which isn't very flattering on my foot. I'm sure on a daintier foot it's probably very flattering, but on mine not so much. So I went for the décolletage. They've got a pointier toe, which you've got to kind of be careful with because you can scuff them. And I went with the 85 mm, so the 85 mil heel, because I'm already quite tall, and the higher heels were of course a lot higher and a lot more I guess uncomfortable, should we say, or harder to walk in, but I didn't necessarily need the height. And for my first pair, I know a lot of people say you should get higher heels for your first pair of Christian Louboutins, but for me, I thought for my first pair I want to get something that I'll actually use and wear, so a smarter option was probably better for me, so I went with these guys. So I'll just grab one to go over and show it to you. So it is in the black kid lambskin leather. They did have the Simple Pump. I was also interested in that, the new Simple Pump in patent leather. But if I actually like investing in these high-end shoes, maybe I would get a pair of patent leather later down the track. But for now, just a classic pair of calfskin was absolutely fine. So here you have the gold Christian Louboutin Paris, and these are a size 39, whole size 39. You can see it on the back. And then it's got here, made in Italy, Christian Louboutin, and there is the beautiful red sole. I have already had so many people on Instagram tell me about sole protectors and the coating that you can put on and the plastic coating to keep your red sole, which is so sweet. Everyone was so nice. I just knew that I wanted to add a pair of these to my collection, just, you know, to get into it, I think. I truthfully was sitting there with Hannah, the lady, and I just kept thinking to myself, if I could get my hands on a pair of boots, I think I would get the best use out of that. Boots, for me, a pair of heeled boots, or even flat, but heel boots, I would get good use out of that. Maybe now that I've tried, like now that I've gone in and got properly sized and everything, I could see myself maybe, I don't know, returning these, or yeah, and looking at boots, because you just don't know till you try them. And I said to Hannah, I said, I don't know how women buy these online, maybe for the first time, or even not for the first time, buy them online without trying them on, because truthfully every style seems to just change in size, or at least because of the width if you've got a wider set foot. So again, if you watched that vlog, you would have heard me say, that these were the more comfortable out of the two. The 85mm Pigalle in calfskin black as well, and these were the more comfortable. It held my foot a lot better, and they just, yeah, they're really very nice to wear actually. So there are my first ever pair of Christian Louboutin shoes. Here is the SKU and information for you. Hopefully you can see that and pause it and have a look. So there you go guys, that is my haul from that vlog. If you watched it again, I will link it below for you. Very, very content and happy with my situation with the Metis. And the change from the pochette Metis to the Metis, and my first ever pair of Chrissy Loos. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching my vlog as well. If you enjoyed this haul and you liked my items I picked up, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already and you wish to do so, that would be really good as well. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care. Peace.